Well, hello there, friends. Time to entertain. Time to make a few hors d'oeuvres if you have a dinner party. Real easy. I made them super simple for you to make. First, we started with a little stuffed mushroom with a feta cheese. Bake those in the oven. Make them in advance so that at the last minute you can warm them up again in a warm oven. Then we made a mini baby quiche with a filo pastry. Typical quiche recipe. Fantastic. You can serve them really warm or you can wait until room temperature. And then we made a little toast with a beautiful triple cream brie and prosciutto. And finish it up with a few drops of aged balsamic vinegar. And then we made a smoked salmon and cognac mousse on top of a cucumber slice, nice and fresh. Absolutely delicious little hors d'oeuvre. Looks beautiful. And then we finish it up with a little toast with a garlic goat cheese. You could use a cream cheese or mascarpone cheese with a fig jam. All simple to make. Really, really easy to do. You don't have to cook for a long time to make those. My friends, I know you're gonna love it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ring the bell. I'm glad you're here. Stay tuned. We're making them right now, friends. Okay, friends, we're gonna do the stuffed mushrooms. Easy. I got the mushroom cup right there. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. Let me get the stuffing going. Really simple, friends. Okay, I decided I'm gonna make things simple so you don't have to do a lot of cooking. Huh? You got enough things to do. So we got some feta cheese in here. And I cut it up in little pieces. I got a little bit of garlic. About maybe two cloves of garlic. Big one that I chopped. Okay, we had a little technical issue when I was putting the garlic. I don't know if I told you, but I got about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic that I chopped up fine. All right, and then we're gonna put 1 egg. Gonna bind the whole thing together, and then we're gonna put some of that fresh breadcrumb that I make. We'll give you a link for it. If you don't have it, Jack will give you a link for it. It's not difficult to make. It's just fresh bread, and it's got a little sun-dried tomato or garlic, little fresh herbs in there. And we're gonna put a little more of the parsley. We're gonna grind all that up together, and easy, friends. This is really, really good. And then we're gonna have ourselves our nice little stuffing that we're gonna put inside the mushroom. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Let's see what we got. Beautiful. See, let me get my spatula. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put it in a bowl. Easy, 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 very, very easy to do. You see, friends, we got it right there. And then I'll show you what I do with a mushroom. Really, really easy. You can also add some goat cheese to it. You can add blue cheese to it. Depends your preference. Depends which one you like the best. I like them all. Let me take this machine out of the way. Yeah, it's perfect. See, nicely mixed together. Let me put the, actually, you know, I always put the salt and pepper here so I don't forget it, right? And I forgot it. Does it happen to you to forget things like this? I forget all the time. We're gonna mix it all together right there. And then we're gonna put them inside the mushrooms. And we're gonna put some cheese and we're gonna bake it. I mean, really, piece of cake. This is really simple, and friends, right? Let's make sure we do it all. Now, let me show you the mushroom, my friends. The mushrooms, when you buy them, you gotta, they leave the stem in there. You don't want the stem, right? So you know what I do? Instead of pulling it off, you can't break it, you push it. You push it in, see, push it, and then, boom. All right, so now we wanna clean this up right there, friends. And what I do is I take a little paring knife and I go around it. See, go around it with a little paring knife. This is a very cool paring knife I have. I don't know if you've ever seen the paring knife I have. It's got the serrated. You say, serrated paring knife? I know, when I first saw it, I said, this is ridiculous. Who needs a serrated paring knife? I do. It's really cool. And now what you do, you get rid of the, the beard, the gill or whatever. I think it's called the gill. It looks like the gill of a fish. See right there, look at it. Look at this, friends. A child could do this. Really, really simple. See? Boom. All right. I didn't tell you this was about 7 ounces of cheese, and that was a cup of the breadcrumbs, and 1 egg, and then we got some Parmigiano Reggiano. Then we're gonna use and a little Gruyere cheese, right? So we take it like this, and we put it like this, and we make sure it's all the way in. This is probably a little too big of a scoop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just cut down a little bit. So here's what I'm gonna do, friends. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna fill them up, right? And then I'm gonna put, I got a little Gruyere in here and a little Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm gonna put them on top. Then I'm gonna put them in the oven. I got an oven at 3 1/4. And then we're gonna bake them until they're beautiful golden brown and ready to go. That's all there is to it. Really simple, all right? So I'll see you when they come out of the oven. Okay, I got them all in now. Put a little bit of Gruyere right there, or Swiss cheese, or whatever cheese you want to put in there. Mozzarella would work. Would work just right. Mozzarella cheese would be good in there. Gouda, cheddar, so many cheeses, right? It'd be delicious. I want to put this a little bit on there. And the stuffing, that was exactly the right amount. I mean, I was thinking I should do this for a living. There we go, friends. See, look, pretty simple, right? And then we're gonna put a bit of Parmigiano Reggiano right there on top. And that's it. I mean, really, that's really, really simple. And we're just gonna bake them until they're beautiful golden brown. That's all there is to it. Okay, friends, I just took them out of the oven. I'm not gonna take one and buy it right now, that's for sure. They're way too hot. And I put a little bit of parsley in there. And if you have a little truffle oil in it, you can put a drop of truffle oil on it. It'll be delicious in there. And let's wait until they get to room temperature, and then we can eat them. All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, so we're gonna make mini quiches. I'm using this product. They're not sponsoring the show because I have no idea about them. I don't know what the name of it. I think it's called Aten. Never heard of them before. But I've seen them in the store so many times. I say, they'd be kind of cool to do things with them. Then you don't have to start from scratch and make your own. We're going to make little baby quiches with it. They're wonderful. They're in the frozen department of our grocery store, Publix. And I've seen them in Winn-Dixie's. I've seen them in other stores also. So I got a cup of cream. I got 12 of them here. They come 12 in the package. I got a cup of heavy whipping cream. I got 4 inches of goat cheese. Because I love goat cheese. So I use goat cheese all the time. I have 4 ounces of Gruyere. You can use a Swiss cheese, you can use a cheddar. You don't like goat cheese? Let's put a little mascarpone in there, or a little cream cheese over there. We're gonna give it a little body. All right, and we're gonna melt that cheese. Nothing really complicated here, friends. I don't like to do complicated things. I like to make it simple for you, friends. A little salt, little pepper, and then I got little pieces of ham in there. All I did was I went to the store and I picked up a slice of ham, like sandwich cut, you can see. I cut it in little julienne and little strips, little cubes, and I put a few of them in there. Really simple. You can put chopped mushrooms in there, you could put spinach in there, you can put a bunch of things. I just wanted to keep it really, really simple. Just basic ham and cheese. Ham and cheese. Ham and cheese. Really, really simple. I don't like to complicate things. All right, and then we got 1 egg. 1 egg. That's all, 1 egg for 12 little things. I'm guessing they're about a half an ounce each. I'm guessing about a half an ounce, so I needed about 6 to 8 ounces of liquid, roughly, and 1 egg is enough for that amount of liquid. What we're going to do, we're going to take our cheese right there, and we're going to temper the egg slowly. That's it, nothing complicated. And we're going to pour that on there, and we're going to bake it at 350. That's it. And we're going to bake it until they're beautiful golden brown. That's it. That's really, really simple. We're going to put a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano on top. And that's it. You see, friends? tempering the egg so then it doesn't cook right there. And if there's a little cheese left, you see, simple. And then we're gonna put it in there. And those cool things, friends, you can make them in advance. Of course you can make them in advance and reheat them at the last minute if you want to serve them warm, but cold, they're delicious too. There's nothing wrong with having them cold. I'm gonna pour them in here because I know me. I'm gonna pour it all over the place except inside there. This little measuring cup, it's gonna pour correctly. Now we're gonna see if I measure correctly because I really have no idea of how much those things hold. I don't want to go too much high because then it'll go down. I want to try to keep them clean, friends. We're going to see together if I did a good job. So usually sometime, after so many years in the kitchen, you guess right. You look at this one. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano on top. Okay, friends? I got it right there. Right there. I got to give you a tip on a Parmesan. Oh, mamma mia. See, I'm talking too much. Look at this one. It's all crooked. How am I going to get it in there? I got to give you a little trick. Sometimes when you do the Parmesan Reggiano, you know what I do? I cut it in cubes when I do a lot. If I do a little bit, I just get the grater out like everybody else. But if I need to do a lot, you know what I do? I cut it in cube. I put it in a food processor. And you know what I do? I add a little bit of cornstarch. That avoids it from having the cheese clumping up on you. Clumping up. Is that a word? That's a word, right, for cheese, isn't it? Clumping up. Oh, yeah. I got the approval. Okay, enough. Okay, otherwise I'm going to make a mess. And then you take a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano, put it on top. I mean, how simple was that, friends? I'm telling you, they're going to look beautiful. All right, I'm going to put them in the oven at 3 1/4. And I'll see you when they're done, my friends. Pretty simple, right? You see? I tell you, I make things simple. All right, I put them in the oven. I'll see you in a minute. And look, I had enough to make another 6. So if we're going to make only 12, I think a half a cup of cream, yeah? Because what am I left with? Yeah, half a cup of cream is going to be enough with all the cheese and everything. Half a cup of cream. So cut down to half a cup of cheese. All right, I see you when they're cooked. Okay, now we're going to make a little prosciutto and Brie bite. I got a baguette. You buy at the grocery store, or you buy at a bakery, or French baguette. And you know what I do? I slice it. It's not really French. The French baguette's got a lot of holes in it. This one ain't got no holes. No, we got our money's worth with this one. They call it a French baguette in the grocery store. So you know what I do? I slice it thin. I put it into the broiler. Or you can do it with a toaster. Put it into the broiler. Just to get them a little crispy. You put a little butter on it. You don't have to put the butter, but it tastes better with the butter. Right? Just make sure you got enough now. If your guests don't want the butter, just don't invite them. Who don't want any butter? You know, it's like the people that don't like animals. Don't like dogs, don't like cats. Oh, sorry, but we're busy. You know what I mean, right? So now, some people are going to think I'm very opinionated, but what can I tell you? I am. So look, I'm going to take my thing over there. Are we good over there, Jack? We're good. I got a Brie. I buy the triple cream Brie. This is better. It's a little creamier because it's triple. It's triple the cream. Those are so good. So you cut them very thin. How do you cut them very thin like this? You make it very cold, your Brie. If your Brie is not very cold, and you see what I do? I keep it like this. Bloop, 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 bloop. See that? Check it out. See, preparation. What is it called? Mise en place. Put your Brie in there. All right, so maybe it's a little big piece of Brie for a little piece of bread, but so what? If you have to take 2 bites, it should be 1 bite, really, though. But that's kind of a big bite. What do you think? I think it's a little much. This is bigger right there. So make sure your Brie is very cold when you do it. Otherwise, you're not going to cut it thin like this, especially if you buy a triple cream Brie, like I did. Look at this, can't even see the bread. Could I have a little bread with my brie? And then what you do, you take a prosciutto. The prosciutto di Parma, my friends. You buy it like this, you see, look. This is prosciutto di Parma. You buy that at the grocery store. See, look. How cool is that? It's got a plastic in there. Prosciutto di Parma. Now, you can go to your deli, but just make sure you get the prosciutto di Parma. It's so much better, I promise you. You see, you cut it in half because it's too much. One slice is too much. Right? You take it right there. Right? Half a slice. You stay over there. And then what you do, let me go back because I already did them. I just do one so I don't bore you with the detail. And then you make it like this. See? Look, nothing fancy. You just take it like this. You got them in advance. You see, look. All of a sudden, you make a little canapé, little hors d'oeuvre in no time at all. You see, look. A child could do this. But you got to get a good prosciutto. Eh? Don't get me like that cheap prosciutto. Then it's got to be very thin. That's all about the texture. The prosciutto, my friends, all about the texture. It's all about the texture. Look at this. I had a calculated. Then I was going to do this. See? Look at this. Look at this. A child could do this. And you know what I like to do? Also, my friends, I like to put a little bit of black pepper. A little bit of black pepper. Really simple, right? See, I don't do anything fancy, right? Very, very simple. And you know what I like to do for decoration? A little piece of arugula. Right there. You don't want to put arugula in there, put a piece of parsley, put something, put a green in there. You got to put a green. And voila, look at this. You see? I'm telling you. And you know what we're going to do also? Mamma mia. We want to do one more thing, friends. We want to do one more thing to it. Because the arugula is going to be more happy if I do one more thing. I'll show you. We take a 24-year-old balsamic vinegar. And with the brie, right? With the brie, the butter. This is heaven. This is sexy. I'm telling you. You take a balsamic vinegar. Where is it? Bring it over there. And you're very, very little. So in case you don't want to do too much, you take it just a little bit in case. I mean, you should have a pourer in this, you know, because it's 24 years old. You just want to put oh, mamma mia, it's a little too much. So you see what you do? You take a spoon. You take a spoon and you voila. See, look. That's all you do. That's what I wanted right there, the dropper. Be delicate. Less is more. That's all there is to it. You see, look. One, boom, boom, boom. That's it. Look at it. This is what I want to do. A dropper. Not a drop like I did the first one over there. All right, my friend, I want to continue doing it. And that's it. This is a delicious bite. I know they're all going to be delicious, but this is going to be delicious also. Okay, well, now we're going to make a smoked salmon and cognac mousse on a cucumber. A little slice. It's going to be a nice little appetizer for the seafood lovers. First, we're going to make the mousse. Real simple. We're going to put about 10, 12 ounces of smoked salmon. I chopped it up in little pieces. I buy the whole thing and I chop it up a little bit. I got 4 ounces of cream cheese, fresh dill. We'll put a little fresh dill in there. And fresh dill. And then we're gonna put a little bit of hot sauce. I put a little sriracha in there. That's really up to you, friends, if you want to put a hot sauce or not. You certainly don't need to. A little bit of salt. And then we're gonna put a little bit of cognac. If you don't put the cognac, you don't have to put it in. But it's nice. It adds it's really in the background. Yeah. It's not like it's gonna really taste like cognac. She's gonna give it a je ne sais quoi in the back, my friends. We're gonna make sure that's nice and smooth. Let me do a little pulse, yeah, so I can move it around, you see, when I do the pulse. I don't want it to be too smooth. I'm going to put a touch of cream. I want to put a touch of cream so it's a little bit more liquid, but we don't want it to be really liquid, obviously. We still want it to keep a nice consistency. We want it to be smooth, though, not granulated, if you will. You see, it's pretty simple. Huh? That, my friend, you need a food processor for this. You see? Yeah, if you don't have a food processor for this, you're going to have a difficult time. Smells amazing, the cognac. See, I put so little. It's amazing how little bit of cognac can just like, whoo, I'm telling you. Mm. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. It's amazing. I can't put anything else in there. I got it. I mean, I'm like, wow, it's phenomenal. A little more salt. Just a little bit. That's it. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. I mean, the issue is my food processor. It's actually a good food processor. Cuisinart is a brand, for those of you that are asking. It's Cuisinart, and it's 14 cups or 12 cups. 12, 14 cups, somewhere around there. I'm going to put it on top of the cucumbers, friends. And the cucumbers, they don't come like that. We're going to make them. I'll show you. It's really simple. Take a piece of a European cucumber, right? Cut it nice and straight. And then you take one of those tools here, friends. That's, I forgot what it's called. It's a channel knife. Channel knife, right? Yeah, channel knife. Yeah, we got them. I think we got them on our website somewhere. Yeah, you can do it with lemon, with oranges, with all kind of stuff. I do it with lemon. I make a nice a decoration with lemon with this. You see, look. And then we're going to cut it in slices. We don't want it to be too thick. Otherwise, obviously, it's going to be a tough bite. You want to try to make those one bite. So you want to make it fairly thin. And I think this, friends, is thin enough, you see? You make it too thick, it's not going to be enjoyable. You see, friends, look. Try to make them the same size if you can. I say that, but I don't always do it myself. See, look. Boom, boom, boom. And then, you can pick it up. Boom, as a one biter. You see? You can pick it up as a one biter. And that's really the goal. Probably gonna have too much in here, but that gives us an idea. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it I'm gonna put the mousse in a pastry bag, because it'll make it nicer, okay? So it'll make it nicer. You just go in and put it in a pastry bag. When I do a pastry bag, when I filled up a pastry bag, friends, I always make sure then, I don't want to cut my spatula, so bear with me one second. I don't want to cut the spatula. What I do when I put it in the pastry bag, I'll show you. I tie the bottom of it. I'll show you. Now, if it gets too heavy, it doesn't work so well. I'll show you in a minute what I do. See, so this is enough to make a good amount. All right, so what I do, before I put the pastry bag in it, I twist this inside this. I twist it, and I'll show you. So then this allows you to get rid of the air. See, you get rid of the air first. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then you let it go. You see, look. See right there, my friends? I got it, and boom. See now? Now the air can get out of here without bringing anything, and make sure it's tight. And see what I do? I never let those go right there. This is always tight right there. And all I got to do is twist, and it's nice and clean, you see? Really simple, friends. See, look. Just like this. That's all. That's all you need. And then on top, we're going to put a shrimp. See, look. Just really simple. That's all. A nice bite. Up. Not so nice. Not so nice. There you go. Okay. And I got a plan to hide the tip right there by putting, this one is down. I should not have had them like that. I should have them all flat. If they're not flat, we're gonna have issues. So, yeah, mamma mia. See, and then what I do to cover this, I got cooked shrimp pieces that I just put in right there on top, just like this, you see? Put the shrimp pieces, and then I take a little piece of dill, my friends. You see, look. Very little piece of dill now, okay? Because remember, they're gonna eat it. So you don't wanna put a huge piece of dill right there, right? So you put a little piece of dill and a piece of shrimp, okay? And a very small piece of dill right there, and a piece of shrimp. You see? And so on, and so on, and so on. So it's not complicated. As long as you're ready, you take your time. You see, friends? Take your time, put a little piece of dill and a piece of shrimp. And so on, and so on, and so on. And you got beautiful bites right there. And those, I'm going to eat this one because it's right there. I'm going to make them all. Oh, that's delicious. I know you're going to love this one. Nice and fresh. Make sure if you're going to put it on a buffet, if you're going to serve it, you serve them super cold, okay? And they're delicious. Really easy to make. Make them in advance, keep them in the fridge. Okay, the next one, we're going to make a little toast with some goat cheese, flavored with a little garlic, a little sun-dried tomato, and a little bit of fig jam. It's going to be delicious. Really, really simple one to make. Again, friends, we got I got about 10 ounces of goat cheese. You can use as much or as little goat cheese as you want. A little salt and pepper. Really, really simple here. The goat cheese is very soft, very soft. So it makes it easy for you to add things if it's soft. If it's too hard, you're not going to be able to mix it correctly. I got about a good tablespoon of garlic. Put as much or as little as you wish. Some sun-dried tomatoes. They're dry sun-dried tomatoes, so they're not the one in oil. And they're moist. They're very moist. Chop them up in very, very small pieces. And I got about a couple of teaspoons of chopped parsley. And I'm going to mix all this up. Mix it up. You can do it with a food processor, or you can do it with a spatula. That's why I said your cheese has to be very soft, friends. Very, very, very soft. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do that without the food processor. And the food processor sometimes is a pain to take it out and clean it and all that. And this is very simple to make. And what's going to make it special is the fig spread. It's actually a fig spread that we're going to put on top of it. For that, we're using a little Melba toast. This is a very simple one to do, friends. Little Melba toast. You can use, I was checking this little bruschetta toast right there. Bruschettina, what is it called? A bruschettini. Little bruschetta, little crackers out of bread with flavored garlic, or just a plain simple Melba toast, okay? Whichever one it is you want. Mix it up really good. If your cheese is a little cold like mine is, you take a harder mixer tools to mix it. And I'm going to use a wooden spoon. There you go. Mix it up really good. Goat cheese is going to perfume everything. And I like to use the same kind of mixture. Oh, if you don't like goat cheese, use cream cheese. Same deal. When I make my fondant potatoes, I do the same thing. I make a little hole in the fondant potatoes, and I put that same mixture, and I also add a little bit of soft brie. It makes it delicious. All right, so look, guys. I got it right there, friends, you see. And mix it up really, really good, so it's nice and flavorful. With it, and you don't need to do much more than this. That's it. Really simple. And then what I do is I take a small ice cream scoop. You can take your toast and just spread it on there. Take an ice cream scoop right there, very, very small. Put it right on top of it, you see, look. Very simple, huh? And then, so, like I said, if you don't like the goat cheese, you do it with the cream cheese. It's delicious, and so on and so on and so on, right? And then what I do is I take let me see. Make sure you have it right there, yep. All right. So I'm just going to do 2 or 3 right here. Then you can flatten it a little bit by taking a little spatula. Of course, I'm not going to find them. I flatten it just a little bit. So it's a little flatter. And then what I do is I take my my fig. And you know what I did? I put it in a pastry bag because it's easier for me to do it when I do a lot of them. But you can certainly take a little teaspoon and put it about it. I got the fig. Oh, mamma mia. Put it right there. And that's all you need, my friend. And those two together, let me tell you, it's fantastic. Except, let me do a nice one, because I didn't do this one nice. I like to make it nice. And just do it, just a little, very small dollop of the fig right here. I'm going to eat this one because it's got extra fig right there. But this is it. Let me tell you, the fig is a must, my friend. Voila. Very simple. I'm going to make them all. I'm going to eat them all. I'm not going to eat them all. I'm just going to eat a few of them. And we're going to finish it all. Okay, friends. Well, Jack just finished editing the videos and he says, you didn't do a closing. You didn't talk about how delicious they were. And he's right. They were delicious. We ate them all and we forgot to record it. My friends, I hope you make it. They really were delicious. Thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends.